Adam Bennett is in Austin for us following the governor's roundtable discussions set to begin at 1:30. Adam, what can we expect to hear today?
Over the last 2 days here at the state capitol, we've heard panelists share their ideas with lawmakers on how to harden school defenses and also on gun violence, gun regulation, and mental health. Today, those decision makers will be hearing directly from the people impacted by those shootings.
Our students, our schools, and our community safer.
About 50 panelists will meet with the governor and top lawmakers today. Survivors and those impacted by November's church shooting in Sutherland Springs will be here. That includes the man credited with shooting the gunman and stopping the violence, as well as the church's pastor. Also here, more than 30 students and their parents from Santa Fe High School. One man we met who grew up across the street from the high school told us he hopes these talks produce something.
Well, I hope that Governor Abbott actually calls a special session because I feel like this is a crisis and that's what our government leaders are meant to do. Then hopefully something can happen, even if we pass one law. I think it'll be a step in the right direction.
Governor Abbott said this week the question on whether or not he'll call a special session is a process question. He says right now he's focused on finding solutions first. Today's roundtable starts at 1:30. Now, like the previous 2 days, the governor's staff tells me media will not be allowed inside of these talks, especially today, they say, given the sensitivity of the subject. Reporting from Austin, Adam Bennett, KHOU 11 News.